Okay. Hello, friends, family. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. I'm here with our friend Mindy,
Hello,
um,
hello.
and of course, here with our
Oops.
colleague, Whisper. And we're just here also to talk about the post Shura, just to have a little bit of like chat. Um, Maybe talking about some of the things that uh, we didn't maybe necessarily get to talk about at the time, didn't get to see, didn't get to. Yeah, speaking of which, um, shut the door, please. Go out and shut the door. Uh, Speaking of which, he had to bring up my bird. Did y'all hear that?
Yes, the bird and the turtle.
Who does that? Who does that? I don't know. Speaking,
Actually, the turtle was brought up a few times by the bird
right.
nest. The bird nest guy was like, "Yeah, you turtle kisser." I'm like, "How? What?" Okay.
So this is the weirdest. That's the weirdest thing. Let me
Mhm.
share. Hold on just a second. Salam alaikum, brother Adam. Um, Salam alaikum, alaikum salam. Let me go and I'm gonna share this with brother Kenny. He's gonna come and join in a minute. Uh, Let me before I get excited and get on a roll. Bird, stop. Baby. I know. It's a baby. I know it's a baby. Um and yeah, I was overall really not surprised. Um who is the other sister? This is Mindy. She's one of the Consider This TV moderators. Um see, it
Hello,
says
hello. Yeah, I'm a
Mindy.
I'm not a Muslim, but I am a friend of the channel and a friend of Kenny's. And through Kenny, that's how I met Sister Katarina. And yeah.
Yes. Sorry. I'm gonna put the link in the anybody can come if they want to. There you go. And let's see. Sorry. Let me trying to get oh okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I really need to do some work on my like YouTube channel to get it up to speed
I
and get
say
it.
that to myself all the time about my
I
channel,
know.
and I never get around to it.
I know. You see it's the truth. I
Never get around to
yeah,
it.
okay. I know. You see here we go. Okay. So I'm going to post the StreamYard in there. So if anybody wants to, they can come and join. And okay. So, yeah. So, anyway, um, I think I think there was a pretty good um, I think there was a pretty good turnout.
There was, I think, at one point when I actually
Yeah.
took the time to look, it was like at 84 viewers.
Yeah, it was a pretty good turnout, and it was streaming. Let's. I didn't actually. Oh, I don't know where Brother Mort's channels all stream to, actually. But yeah, it was 100 something um, when I looked. I don't remember. It was like probably at the halfway point
Hmm.
when I looked. It was something like that, and I was, of course, I was trying to halfway, of course, obviously listen, and then a little bit try. Oh, assalamu alaikum, twin. Did you get to see? Did you get to see the? Uh, oh,
That's okay, Adam. No worries.
Kenny just messaged me too. Is the stream up? Yes, it is. Let me. You know what? Selma. Uh, Yes, I'm doing good. It went really well. They ruled in Kenny's favor. Um, Ziad was found to have fabricated his claims. It was a mess, girl. It was a mess. So basically, we're gonna just do some recaps. Hold on, let me copy. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna give this. Hold on. What the heck? Did you hear the bird?
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey, bird."
He wants to add in his 2 cents.
Yes, he goes, "Hey." Hi, baby. Okay. Yes. On my. What the heck? For some reason. Okay. Hold on. Let me message Kenny again. This is for some reason. This is weird. Yes, Sama. It was a mess. I can't wait for you to watch it. It took like, what was it, 5 hours, Mindy? Like four or 5 hours. Hold on. I tagged you in it. Okay, here we go. And it was, but there was also a delay, like a 45-minute delay, because Ziad was not letting me, Ziad was not coming. And then he said, no, I'm at work, but I'm on my way home. And then or I was out getting food, something like that. Hold on. And it was like, and he was like, I can be home in 30 minutes. And so the judges and everybody who were there had to wait 30 minutes. I don't know. And it was so. Oh, here's Brother Kenny right here. Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you,
Hi, Kenny.
ladies? Hello.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Kenny. Oh, Birdie said hi. Hi, baby bird. So we were just let me hold on. We've got Mindy here. I'm gonna go put Bird back on his cage.
Okay.
So I can.
Mindy, did you watch the whole thing, or you?
I was there the whole 5 hours.
It was a long one, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
But I'm glad the way that it turned out, because when you started, like, because I even sent a message to Katarina but halfway through about how impressed I was. You stayed so calm as you presented all of your evidence. You were straightforward. You had so much, and you presented it well and very thoroughly. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
So you did a good job.
Thank you.
I mean, especially compared to, Ziad, who was kind of losing his cool there for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Same. It was.
A question: if I should have just went the 5-minute route and just went straight to the hardcore evidence and just like, there it is. But
Mm-hmm.
he's done. Maybe I should have went that route, and I contemplated on that and just could have made it a lot quicker and easier. But I was just trying to demonstrate that. Look, I have so much evidence that that he slandered me, and
I think
what did he have? Nothing. He didn't produce anything. He's not. It's
No, there was nothing of substance there.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you did really well by showing all of the evidence, because it showed exactly how deep this all was. It showed the extent that he went to,
Yeah.
and it showed all these different ways. Like, not only did you have simply a fire report that showed that yes, there was a fire, and boom, that's it. You have proof that you had all of these other proofs, but they also proved other things as well, like the text messages to your son.
Yeah.
You know, that was very crucial. And the real, in my opinion, like the real nail in the coffin, of course, besides the fire report, which was absolutely vital, was the video. You guys, he had a video of himself talking to the fire
The
chief.
assistant chief, the one that made the report.
Yes, the one who made the report, literally talking about it, reading it, you know, in front of the fire truck that said Nixon. Like, I don't think there is any way you could have had
any doubt at that point.
Any other, the only like higher level would be to have like a souvenir of burnt wood in hand. That would be the only other way. You know what I mean? And what, you know, what's really, you know, may Allah, like, I'm just going to make myself comfortable while I really say this, because Allah knows everybody's intention. And this may be affecting me like more than it's affecting like just the other viewers or the people who don't know the history that he's had with our channel. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm really not. I've seen what toll this has taken. This guy used to be really close friends with the Consider This TV network. He used to be very close friends with Brother Kenny. He used to be friends with me. Not very close friends with me, but you know, it's this really hurt me to see, you know, Brother Kenny's like the closest guy friend that I have. It really hurt me to see him go through this, to see somebody hurt someone you love on purpose is, you know, that elicits emotions within you where you want to do something to help. And when you can't, and you like, when you know that they are making things up in order to hurt them, to slander their character, it's, I mean, you just, that, I'm a very, very protective person myself. And I, you know,
well, I was, you know, I was I'm a little bit aggravated in that that I mean, all the judges voted on my behalf, so I mean, the Shura Council was done, but it's almost as if they wanted to, not all of them, but that I was also being put on trial for how I responded to him. I could have done better, but that's not what the Shura about.
Right.
We're there to decide how we're going to reconcile this or how we're going to deal with this. No, we're here to decide, did he prove that I scammed people through this GoFundMe about this fire, or did I prove the case that it happened and, you know, I didn't scam anybody? And, you know, so that's what it was about. It wasn't about, you know, we're not going to come and, you don't walk into a court and try a case for shoplifting and then talk about, you know, an assault, you know, or, you know, you're there to deal with one issue. And if you've been charged separately outside of this particular charge, it has nothing to do with a different event. Right. Then you don't go to court for both events. You understand what I'm saying? So yes. Two events happen on two different occasions. You don't go to court for shoplifting and assault on the same day unless you assaulted someone while shoplifting. That's exactly. Different. But this situation was, you know, you can see by the way he talks that he's, you know, he talks crazy, and I'm not the person who takes kindly to someone talking crazy to me, you know, and that's that's just something that that's my nature, and Islam is the answer for that. But you know, this I'm not perfect, and I don't particularly like a man. I don't let men talk to me just any old way. I just don't do that, and I've never done that since I was 11 years old. All those days were over with, you know, and I just don't do that. But the way he spoke to me is the reason that I said the things that I said to him, and he was trying to imply that I don't work and blah blah blah. I was like, man, listen. You don't want to bring up work, you know, because what I do allows me the opportunity to, I can take months off at a time because I make decent money. Now that's neither here nor there, but it's what he said to me prior to that is why I said those things. I didn't just say that just spontaneously, but I felt like, but I felt like I was being reprimanded to a point. And alhamdulillah, listen, you know, I know I did wrong, but I admitted that, and I regretted it after doing it. I was like, you know, that's why I deleted the messages, because I was hoping that he didn't even see it, because I felt bad about it myself. I prayed to Allah and asked Allah to forgive me for it. So, but I felt like I was being somewhat brought into the equation as far as like trying to make it a mutual that both of you are wrong. Okay, well, really? Right. So I'm wrong for defending myself. That's like a man, you know, that's like the Jews, by example, being blamed for their own victimization.
Right.
So now the victim is being blamed for their own the atrocities committed against them. No, I am a man, and I have a right as a Muslim to defend myself, and that's exactly what I did. Right. And if someone doesn't walk in those shoes and they don't receive the emails and the messages and all the insults and all the multiple videos that have been made about this, if you haven't endured that, then you have no business even talking about it.
It's very tormenting. It was torment. It wasn't even.
No, the thing is, and I'm not trying to say that. Listen, how can I say this without? There's people that go through far worse than me. Okay, but I'm attacked from multiple people on a weekly basis, on multiple venues, and multiple types of people: atheists, Christians, sometimes Muslims. It's like it's nonstop, man. It's nonstop. And then so every it's like, I don't know, it's like they're trying to use my name as a means to well, even he said it, using that it's helped his YouTube channel. Him attacking me has helped his YouTube channel. Okay, well, maybe that might be the reason other people are doing it as well. But it I receive this type of antagonism constantly, and if what am I supposed to do? Just roll over and just be a pacifist and just let people walk all over me and just say, no, you're going to make these accusations. Let's go to the Shura Council and you bring your proof and I'm going to bring mine. Well, I brought a whole bunch of it. And again, I could have went through the 5-minute route and I could have shut it down in 5 minutes. But because of the longevity of the attacks and because it opened the doors, listen, the attacks won't stop. They're still attacking me in the chat, even though I'm producing the evidence right there as we speak.
Exactly.
And they can see it. They're still attacking me in the chat.
I know. I couldn't stand it.
Listen, I wasn't even watching in the chat, but I know that. Right?
Exactly. And that was making me.
I'm not saying that I know that because, my point being is that I already know that while I'm producing the evidence, I'm being attacked in the chat. There's no doubt about that because these people hate me, man. These people literally, they literally hate me. And it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to be wrong for defending myself, then you come and put my shoes on for a week or so, and let's see how you do. Let's see how you hold up, because I'm actually far more patient than people realize. And and I'm also, I got a side that I'll snap on you too, but this is a part of our nature. We fight or flight. It's fight or flight. And so look, you can only push a man so far, and you start talking to a man's son the way that you did, and you're bound to get your behind whooped. and it might be a Muslim doing it. It'll be
That's
this Muslim doing it, because I promise you, this individual wouldn't have gotten away with it if he'd have been in close proximity. And I say that, just being honest about my own weaknesses, in that, listen, you can't talk to a man's son that way.
no,
You can't accusations that you made and do the things that you've done, and there be no recompense for it. Now, inevitably, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to deal with it on the day of judgment. So, have I been perfect every step of the way? No. But I wasn't on trial for the way I spoke to Ziad. So I don't need to be reprimanded in the midst of doing the Shura Council about
no, you don't.
both sides could have done this, both sides could have done that.
Right.
Okay, well, yeah, that's not what we're asking you to judge. We're asking you to judge
Exactly.
who produced the proof about this fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're asking.
Exactly.
If you want to take me to court on something else, then you go ahead and charge me and let's go with it.
Exactly.
But that's how I feel about it. So I'm a little bit perturbed
I was
about
very,
that.
very perturbed about that. And
Yeah,
brother Abdul Wahab, I'm gonna answer this question you asked right here. The reason that he's attacking me is because I was standing up for Kenny. That's the reason.
Well, Sister Katerina, he was just attacking you in the backstage afterwards, and that's how the backstage ended. Because I told him, I said, let me tell you something, man. You're not gonna sit and run your mouth about Katerina. I said, that's all you do is run your mouth. I said, you haven't issued an apology yet. Even though even backstage, I told him, I said, look, I said some things to you that I apologize for. I shouldn't have said those things. I said, but what are you willing to apologize about? He still hasn't apologized. He keeps insisting that quote unquote apology that he gave during that live stream about Hatun was sincere. No one believed it.
The irrevocable apology.
No one believed it, man.
The quote,
that he revoked.
Yeah, exactly. Correct. That irrevocable. What did he say, Mindy? The irrevocable.
So I don't know. He likes to make things big and dramatic.
Histrionic, big, dramatic. But then when we said, well, hold on a second, what are you apologizing for? He
wouldn't say.
He said,
no, he wouldn't specify.
I don't believe anything anymore. That's what he said. And then that doesn't make any sense. But he attacks people who make him feel embarrassed for any reason, for any little reason at all. And he attacked, like, the initial reason that he was attacking me is because I said, hey, no, listen, I agree with Charles and I agree with Kenny. You can't, that is a racist statement that you made, and that's not cool with me. You can't do that.
Brother Sayed is looking for the StreamYard link, Katerina.
Who?
On WhatsApp, Brother Sayed.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I can send it to him. I got it right here. I don't know what I'm thinking. I got it right here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm a little aggravated.
So, Brother Adam, are you talking about how did the Shura Council go? Is that what you're talking about? So essentially, Ziad claimed that his power went out. I don't know if that's true or not, because I generally don't believe him, but he kind of disappeared, and then right as it was ending and they were issuing so they heard him first, and then he rambled about, he produced one screenshot of what was later proved to be a fabricated post from January 1st that wasn't actually from January 1st.
That screenshot was buried. Thank you, Mindy, by the way. It was brilliant.
Buried. Yeah, it was
absolutely. We buried that screenshot.
Yeah, it was absolutely buried.
So inevitably, Adam, the Shura Council voted for me on my behalf that Ziad made false accusations and so forth. Mm-hmm. But they kind of try to reprimand me in the process for how I spoke to him and so forth. But listen, okay, all right, no, okay, no.
I mean,
I wasn't perfect, but
think
again,
about it. If someone comes over here and accuses you of stealing charity money, that's what he accused him of, stealing charity money. What
just
the heck?
making a mockery of the fact that my family's house burned down, and on top of it, you're gonna
Stealing charity money.
yeah, you're gonna make
Like,
these. I mean, it's golly, man. I mean, look.
I mean, seriously, just
Yeah.
somebody publicly accusing you of stealing charity money, and then going beyond that, going back into your past, digging up stuff that is traumatic to you. It's also
It doesn't even know the facts about it.
right.
As a matter of
You
fact,
don't know the facts about it.
said I had a interlock device for a vehicle. I didn't even have a vehicle. So, matter of fact, it wasn't. It's too much to explain. But listen, I've never been drunk a day in my life ever, and it's so frustrating to hear someone say these types of things, and it's like, okay. For one, why are we even talking about this from 10 years ago or 8 years ago, whatever? But then you understand what I'm getting at. It's 8 years ago, but what does that have to do with the fire? And what does that have to do with 2021? It's so desperate to go and and to dig into all this, and you don't even know how it all started, and you don't know what I've been through to endure it, and the fact that trying to suggest that I've been to prison. I haven't been to prison. I haven't been to prison. I'm not a convicted felon, so therefore I didn't go to prison. I was saved from all that. I walked out of jail without spending a dime. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent me a lawyer that took my case and dealt with all that I didn't spend a dime. And then I wound up living with that lawyer for about a year and a half, and he's my good friend. It was a blessing from Allah. Allah saved me from all that, from far worse accusations. So I endured that. This is petty compared to that, but this hurts. Also because it's a Muslim that made these accusations, and it brings up, but also bringing up. So it all goes hand in hand because it's bringing up those issues about my ex-wife once again. And now I've got to kind of relive it and think about it, and then I got to fight the whole frustration of. If this woman didn't do this, if we could have kept our family together, none of that, we wouldn't even be talking about this. But alhamdulillah, listen, then we shouldn't even be bringing up that stuff. It's that's all personal, and it's just indicative of the evil intentions in someone's heart and mind that they would even stoop to such a low level in order to do that, and it all revolved around a typo. Look, man.
No,
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if it was a typo, I mean, it was a typo, but I'm just saying, even if your true belief is that it was a typo, the max you should do is bring it to the attention of the person who made the GoFundMe. That's the max you should do. You should.
Well, yeah, as a Muslim,
it shouldn't even come into your mind. Like, it shouldn't even come to your mind. No. Oh my God, this is.
Well, I offended him.
Even, you know what I'm saying?
I offended him with mocking what he does and and so forth. That's what triggered it. It
absolutely.
It kind of humiliated him. So I regret that. I mean, that's a lesson learned. But and I'm not making excuses for it. I want to clarify. I'm not making excuses for it. But there is a.
Yeah.
Because inevitably it was my own weakness. I should have just. That's tough, man. That's tough. All I can say is you hear the way he talks, and if you're a person like me that I don't try to start any trouble with people. I really don't. But man, I don't like being talked to crazy either, especially a man. It's like I just don't like it. I don't like it, and the way he spoke to me, it was. I was very angry. I was very angry about it, but inevitably, I allowed the whispering of the shaitan to affect me to a point where I lost patience. And then I said some things that were belittling to him, and then it went from there. So but he had already made the accusation and so forth. And it's so I'm not saying that I was perfect. I know I wasn't perfect, but I didn't scam anybody, and nor would I even think of ever doing such a thing like that. And I was literally just defending myself in every step of the way. That's all I was trying to do is defend myself. And if people don't think that that's uh, uh,
Kenny,
you know
you did not. I'm gonna say this and be very, very emphatic when I do. A person losing their own patience does not give free rein to someone else to abuse you. Does not. Absolutely not. And an abusive person will try, and he's tried this multiple times. They will try to justify their abuse with the fact that of all the wrong things they did, that perhaps maybe you lost patience at one point early in the process, but it wasn't your fault for doing it first. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's called reactive abuse. So that
Exactly.
means that
There we
you're
go.
basically somebody pushes you to the point where you react and it's rather harsh. But it's
yeah,
because of normally a toxic person pushing you to that point.
yeah. He even made the claim, like my dad's in the chat right there. I
Yeah.
love you, by the way. It's my dad, and he even made the claim that at some point along the way, insinuating that I joined a chat somewhere along the way under my dad's name. Uh, my dad's name's
There's
Kent. It's
no,
it's, so, it's just so ridiculous that Kent Bomer didn't exist. I tell him that's my dad's name.
I'm
His name
so
is Gordon Kent
sorry.
Bomer. Yeah,
It just he is so, when
look
people
here.
make comments about your family, you really have trouble restraining yourself. I mean, I'm talking about myself. Let me
Yeah,
just talk about myself, because he's done that about my family on multiple occasions. It's been comments about my daughter. It's been comments about my in-laws. Like he's tried to quote out me for being a liar about where my in-laws are actually from, because they're Pakistani, but they were immigrants to Kuwait. My husband was born in Kuwait, but he's Pakistani. So, I might say he's Pakistani, or I might say he's from Kuwait because that's where he's from, right?
yeah.
So, and he would try to, say, "Ooh, busted, exposed, liar,"
He's such a petty
and
man. He's
and
petty.
try to, like, and I'm like, what the heck? You have no idea what is going on, here. Like my daughter, she's a Hafiz al Quran, alhamdulillah, by Allah's grace, and she, he would he's had a history of um, what I feel probably comes from jealousy, because she was only 8 years old.
He's got an inferiority complex to begin with.
Inferiority complex about a kid, and I'm like, well, that's a you problem and not a me problem, or a her problem for sure.
Yeah.
However,
Let me address something in the chat if you don't mind, Sister Katerina. Someone asked a question, and I'm sure they're talking about Mindy and
Hmm.
saying,
There was a lot of that abuse in the chat, the side
yeah.
chat. So I tried to do
oh,
my best to ignore most of
mm-mm-mm.
it.
Well, I want to just clarify that I've never heard Mindy say anything about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Me
And I
either.
think if she has, that was yesterday. And Mindy is my friend. Mindy is an atheist, but it's my objective Muslim to, I look at my relationship with Mindy. she's been better. She's been better to me than some Muslims have. Let's make that clear.
Right.
But I'll say that in my effort to do dawah, to share Islam with people, that for whatever reason, Mindy has befriended me and she likes me. She's defended me, and she's befriended me, likes me, and defended me. So, and and I would do the same for her, and that's what I'm doing right now, and saying that, just as we're talking about anything that someone has done in the past, today is the most important day of our lives, because today we're living. Yesterday is gone. We can't live yesterday. When that comes, we're not living tomorrow. We're living today, and so today is what we're going to go by. And so if Mindy's ever said anything about the Prophet, peace be upon him, in the past, I don't know about it, and therefore I have no reason to judge her on that or
I'm
anything like
going
that.
to be completely honest and say there was a questionable video that I made last year
Mhm.
after the incident in France with the teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was because I was angry, and I had gotten involved in a conversation with some Muslims that were defending what happened,
Mm,
and some really awful things were said. So I was very upset. And
sure.
I said it once, the video has been taken down, and I do apologize to anybody
Yeah,
that I've offended by that. But it only happened that once, and I'll never do it again.
yeah, and that's I know you better than that. And I don't see you as a person who sets out to attack Islam and so forth. I know people have made those claims and so forth. So there's a big difference between me being a friend of Mindy and her being a moderator. She's a moderator on my channel because I know she's fair with everyone. And matter of fact, she's far more tolerant, more patient. More patient. I say tolerant. She doesn't tolerate people being offensive and being abusive to people. And she's so I respect that. I highly respect that. So she's my friend. I'm not gonna, she's. I'm not gonna allow someone else's uh, opinions or whatever sway my opinion about another human being. I'm not gonna do that. I got more integrity, with myself than that. And when I befriend someone, I'm sincere about that. And if I call you my friend, you can be assured that you have a friend. And that's how I see it. Now that's why it bothers me so much, because of I've had this sense of abandonment in my life, and it really hurts me when people that I've given my love to and so forth. It makes me want to cry right now, because it really bothers me.
It breaks your heart.
Listen, we witnessed today that a Muslim just completely and utterly just fabricated a bunch of stuff with the purpose of dragging another brother's name through the mud because of their own. They wanted they got their own feelings hurt. They wanted to issue pain and suffering, whatever, and they wanted to hurt feelings. And it was a friend who is not a Muslim that not only stood up for among others, that not only stood up for Kenny, but also helped accumulate evidence, helped talk through things, helped sat hour after hour after hour with us. I mean, astaghfirullah. I mean, you guys are really needing to take 25 steps back and remember that it's not what you call yourself that makes you a Muslim. It's not the name you give yourself that makes you a pious person. It's not, and it's also not what It's not your own perception of yourself that makes you a good person in the eyes of our Creator either. So I don't know what you mean, brother, whatever, Ahmed, whatever. Nobody's ever asked me that except one other person. So it makes me specific.
Brother Ahmed, why do you have a blue jacket on in your picture? I mean,
I don't know. That
listen,
makes me suspicious.
she has a niqab on because she chose to put it on. And she did it. She chose to put it on, and that's between her and Allah, right? So what business is it of yours? Why would you ask such an offensive question? Why would you ask such an offensive question? I used to have a certain opinion about the niqab, to be honest, and but I've thought about it deeply since then. Matter of fact, since Sister Katerina, as a matter of fact, and I thought, you know what, Sister Katerina lives here in Houston, Texas. Her husband doesn't mistreat her, doesn't make her do anything. Matter of fact, that's against Islam to begin with. But she wants to wear the niqab because that's her worship towards Allah. That's her choice. That's her choice. So leave her alone about it. Leave her alone about it. Why do people keep asking this question? It's such a if you're a Muslim, you shouldn't ask such a question. You should know what the answer. You should know what the answer is.
Seriously,
Yeah, she's doing it for the sake. She's wearing it for the sake of Allah. Now, would you rather her be walking around butt naked in the video? Because you can go to another channel and find that if you like. But this Muslim sister is here and she's dressed modestly, so respect her for it. Respect her for it. Don't try to belittle her because she's carrying herself in modesty. She's got her reasons why she wants to wear it. Let her wear it. You got your reasons why you chose to put a picture of yourself in a blue jacket in your picture. Maybe you think you look good in it or whatever. I don't know. But brother, don't ask such questions. And for people who are listening, Muslims and non-Muslims alike, listen. This Muslim sister is a soldier of Allah. She's a lioness. She's a protector and defender of the truth, and she can wear what she wants to for the sake of Allah. If you got a problem with it, send me an email to info@kennybarber.com, and you and I can talk about it. And I don't know, not sure where you live at, but we can make arrangements and talk about it if you would like. So yeah, I mean, you listen. People are vile and vicious in this world. Everything in this life is a test, man. So it's difficult. It's difficult. Listen, I'm still learning. I'm still learning to deal with my own patience every day, and because the attacks just intensify, and it's like, wow. When you think you got a hold of it, then suddenly you're bombarded from all sides, and it's hard to cope with it sometimes, man. Why don't people just mind their own business? Why don't people just appreciate the blessings that they've been given, and reflect on yourself and deal with your own weaknesses and so forth. What's he saying? My problem with the niqab is the person is using it as a specific sign and may teaching of Islam while it's not at all. No one said that it is, brother. Please educate me. I'm not a scholar, not a secular, and I'm not with the woman. I'm not with women covers. I don't know what he's saying there. Listen. The Quran states that for women to cover themselves in modesty, and there's no limit to that modesty. Right? There's no limit to that modesty. A lot of the niqab and so forth are cultural, but if someone chooses to dress that way, then let them choose to dress that way. If she was up here in just a negligee, which is worse? Would you rather to go put the negligee on, or would you rather have the niqab on? Let's be honest. Okay, so appreciate the fact that the sister is trying to live her life in modesty. Appreciate that. Commend her for that. She's probably closer to Allah than you are. So, allow the sister to do what she's doing in her worship to Allah, and you do what you need to do, and you worry about yourself, and leave it at that. Leave it at that. So, my goodness, man, people are something else, man.
That is like, I do not understand how people feel so bold that they can just come right on up to people and say, why are you wearing that? What is wrong? I am not against free choice, but do not portray this is Islam, my niqab. Stop it.
I think this might be a troll, because if you scroll up a little bit, I think he's just trying to say that you're appropriating being a Muslim, because he said, I didn't put my blue jacket on and said I am a Muslim. So I think he's trying to say that you're not Muslim.
Well, you know what? I did put on this niqab. This is purple. And I do say that I'm a Muslim. And I feel like it might be, the only other person who has trolled me for wearing niqab is Ziad. Isn't that a coincidence? It's a coincidence. I'm just.
Oh, he's.
It's a very strange coincidence. I'm just saying. And he also coincidentally made a video claiming that, by the way, our mothers, our mothers of Islam, notably Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, who is considered to be the greatest mufti, scholar, if you will. There is a limit for there is not a limit for modesty.
A limit for modesty. brother, you listen, man. There's a limit for modesty.
There's a limit for stupidity.
Yeah. Maybe there's no limit for stupidity.
I know. Hey, dude.
Listen, I don't want to insult the so-called brother. I don't know who he is. He probably is a troll. But no, brother, you're highly mistaken. There's no limit to modesty. The more modest that a person is, the better. You're doing it, and when you're doing it for this, I mean, how can you say that there's a limit to modesty? Where does it stop, and who defines that? Does it stop at the ankle, the knee? Does it stop at where does it stop? Show a little bit of.
Yeah. I was just gonna say the pinky toe,
the toenail, like.
My goodness gracious, man, get out of here, man.
Man, come on. That seriously has to be Ziad. I think he wanted to know about the post-Shura hearing and then just really couldn't stand me. I don't know, and had to say something. I don't know. It just seems very strange. All these coincidences keep happening in my life.
Sister Katarina, make me a moderator on your channel there.
How do you do it?
So
click beside my name. Yeah, go ahead, sister.
Go make sure that you're on your YouTube video, and then go next to his name, and you'll see 3 dots. Just right-click that, and one of your options will be to make moderator.
Kenny, you've got to. Oh wait, okay.
Yeah, I just made a post just so you can.
Oh, add moderator. Okay. I made Kenny Bomer live. I made Kenny Bomer live. Consider this TV a moderator.
Okay.
And you guys, listen, this is why revert women are so I'm not a new Muslim. What do you think? I'm a new Muslim? Who told your little bless your little heart that thing? Come on, man. I'm not a new Muslim. And you have no business teaching, apparently, because.
Oh my goodness gracious! I can't see his. his comment on YouTube, but we're gonna go ahead and send him on the Blockistan here in a minute when I do see it pop up.
I'm gonna block him right now.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't look like he's watching on Katarina's channel. He's watching it on the other channel.
Are you broadcasting through Consider This TV?
She is, yeah.
Okay,
I blocked it. I blocked him already from.
Okay, yeah, let's get
I
on out
came
here with
over
that
here.
petty nonsense.
That's
Stupid.
crazy. No, and to clarify, no, that's not false. It is not false teaching. And just to clarify, because now he's in here confusing people, niqab is not like mandatory in Islam. Niqab is the face veil. This part is a hijab, and it is not. This covering your face is not mandatory in Islam. It's completely optional.
It's a choice. Yeah, it's a choice.
It's completely a choice, and it's considered like it. Not very many, like overall speaking, not very many Muslim women do it, and it's it's considered. It's more of like you find more people in the Middle East do it because it's more common culturally there, and also in like the Malaysia, Indonesia, Malaysia island areas.
Yeah.
So,
Sister, if you didn't have it on, he'd be saying something about nose ring, and it's find something else to criticize. It's just these people, man. Golly. Listen, you do this, Shotgun. Go ahead and you create your own channel. Let us everybody come and critique you. Okay. What dawah are you doing? What do you do with your life? And what does it matter what she does in her life? What she does is she's gonna face Allah on the day of judgment for what she does. You're gonna face Allah on the day of judgment for what you do. So what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's true. When you make a dawah channel, people come and they really like to criticize your dawah. Really a lot. They really, really like to do that. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. I had a thought in my head. Hold on. Let me retrieve that thought. Hold on. I hold on. Literally, just a second. Hold on. I got to get a glass of water. I'll be right back.
No, forget. You're not gonna.
Hold on. Let me get
You better do it soon. You're gonna forget.
Hold on.
You get the first 48. She's done. What happened to Mindy? Did you remove Mindy?
No.
Yeah, she's out of here.
Where'd she go? Well, it was probably an accident. No, I just pushed my chair back.
She said I have to go deal with. She got to go deal with something. So she'll.
Oh, she'll be right back. Hold on. Let me just hold on. I got my water bottle. Hold on. There was what was it? Dang it. Hold on. What was that thing that oh my goodness. I thought of it like three topics ago, and then I got distracted by that dude. What was it? Dang it. Oh, it was when the screenshot of the fabricated January 1st post that Ziad fabricated, did we point out that his picture was visible? Did we point that out?
No, I forgot to make that point, but I did make the point that
it doesn't really matter now. But
yeah, I did make the point that he, about him supposedly liking or whatever, did a little smiley face on the supposed first versus him going on the 13th in the actual post and commenting, asking what happened and so forth. So
yeah, the only the only thing that I guess the major thing was the fact that he commented on the 13th saying, "Oh my God, Akhi, subhanallah, how did this happen?"
Yeah.
That was the shut the door. That was the main thing. And like we were seeing him like every day. There was no way something like that could have happened for 2 weeks prior, and him not known about it. And by the way, what did he say backstage when it was over? Did he say, "Oh, just kidding"?
No, he's
I mean, what did he?
He issued no apology. He's all right. Good night. My dad said he's going to bed. All right, love you too. He's going to sleep.
Good night, Mr. Bomer.
Oh no, he just
like, did he offer any explanation about that January 1st?
No, he just same old nonsense, to be honest.
Any explanation about, so you emailed this?
Well, they were trying to say that we need to hold a Shura Council, private discussions. We've already done all that. They don't know him, so they don't realize that we've already done all those things. We've already had private discussions with him. It doesn't work. He is what he is. I mean, so I was trying to say, look, two people can reconcile if both parties are
willing,
trying to do that. But this guy, he has no decency and no integrity and no humility or ability to set his pride to the side. And therefore we have a problem. You're going to keep running your mouth and so forth, and we're not going to be able to reconcile. I'll forgive for the sake of Allah. I even told him, I said, look, I hurt your feelings. I apologize. I shouldn't have said those things. But I said, but where's your apology? You were found guilty of slandering me. So what?
I know.
Where's your apology? I mean, it's and instead of the judges, trying to understand what their intentions were, but again, it's we weren't there to judge me for anything that I said to Ziad and that's different issues. We're there to judge whether or not he slandered me about this fire. And that's it. I'm a grown man. I know what I did wrong and I know what I did right. I appreciate the effort and the intentions, but the fact of the matter is that's not what we're here for. Right. Just give us the judgment. Who's guilty, who's not about this topic.
Right.
And then, we can deal with other things somewhere else, but let's get to the crux of the matter about this, because I'm ready to get past it.
Exactly.
I've been waiting all this time to produce this evidence.
I know exactly. So who did he say? What was he talking about when he said, I've got 2 associates in Houston? What the heck was he?
I have no clue. What are they going to do? Let them drive on over there. They're going to come to. They're going to find the.
Is he talking about what we know about? Is that what he's talking about?
Probably, yeah. He's he thinks he's blundered. He thinks he's anyways. It's
thinks he's really
yeah. Okay. So
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's go ahead. Go right on ahead. Look, I had the video with he said he didn't see it. He didn't see the video with me and the assistant fire chief there, the man who wrote the report.
No,
that's the other thing about the report. Listen, to say that evidence on both sides could have been forged, but I told the sister, I said, look, the man in the video was reading directly from the report.
Exactly. What do you mean? So she's saying that it's possible that you got somebody to dress up in a fire suit, pose.
She didn't say that, but she conceded and said that it's evident that that I was slandered in the situation. So she right. but it's like okay, we don't, no offense to the sister, but we don't need you to.
Tell you what to do.
We're not here to talk about how we're going to reconcile. That's not what we're here
That's not
for
the
right now.
point.
That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to
Not
come
at
to a
all.
decision. We don't need to be
Advice.
counseled and so forth
Yeah.
and advised about how to deal with such issues. Listen, I'll go give you a class on it. I know exactly what to do about it.
Right.
But that's not what we're here for. And so it's, it's some. I'm a little bit perturbed about that. But I mean, the findings were for
Ooh.
me, and but I just again, uh, again, it's
It perturbs me too that they said, well, they could have been photoshopped. How else are you supposed to present evidence?
yeah.
I mean,
So fish.
how?
One thing I did forget to do is I had the emails from that when he emailed it to me. I have the emails and I forgot to show that. But you know what? I'd like to. Matter of fact, I'd like to get the sister's email and email them to her and let them. Well, she voted on my behalf anyway, so it's a non-issue. But it's not that. So they vote. All the judges voted for me, but the issue that I'm concerned about is that I don't need you to try to reprimand me when we're dealing with a different issue. Okay, we're not here to judge. Should Kenny Bowmer have said this or Kenny Bowmer said that or whatever. That's not what we're here for. And unless you are Kenny Bowmer and dealing with those injustices done against me,
Exactly.
injustices done against my son, don't try to tell me how to deal with it when you haven't dealt with it. I don't tell you how to wake up in the morning and go brush your teeth and how to feel throughout the day. Don't tell me how to feel when someone has wronged me in such a disgraceful and despicable and disgusting way. Don't tell me how to deal with it because you're not dealing with it.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you how to feel when your leg is broke or when you got kidney infection or you're suffering through the symptoms of COVID-19. I can't tell you that. So don't tell me how. Don't tell me. I know right from wrong and so forth.
Right. And there's another deal is that it's not her or any of them that have to deal with the repercussions of his actions. Like it's his actions that we have to now deal with the Islamophobes and all their shenanigans and all of the backlash against Consider This TV.
Oh, they're plotting and planning right now. Yeah,
exactly.
they're plotting and planning. They'll be making. I guarantee you. Mark my word. Mark my word. There'll be videos made about me.
I'm sure.
This weekend they'll make videos about me, and so
probably tomorrow.
Even though I won, even though the Shura Council voted for me,
I know.
I'll be the bad guy.
I know, and they'll probably reach out to Ziad and say how can we, what can we do, how can we? I'm sure I'm 1,000% and see you see, I really don't like that. Is that I feel like I'm not trying to deduct from Dr. Ridley's
our intentions are good, I guess.
Right, exactly. But the thing is, her function was not to be a therapist.
Yeah.
It was not to be a therapist.
Is that what she does, by the way?
No.
Oh, I don't know what
I don't even know what she does. I don't even know what she does, but I feel like she was trying to urge you to. I felt like she had a goal of trying to get you guys to resolve, apologize, be friends again. This is never going to be friends again. When you accuse somebody of stealing thousands of dollars of charity money. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Charity money?
Sister Selma said it right. It's not an accident that his name is Mujahid. Allahu Akbar, indeed. Absolutely. You
Yeah,
walked up on the
right.
wrong one. I'm not trying to be boisterous or anything like that. But
No,
listen, I'm a soldier of Allah. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. And I do it in the cause of Allah. And I don't try to do any injustice to anyone. And I'm not perfect. But listen, don't pick a fight. Don't pick a
no,
fight.
no,
Because
no, no, no. Do
yeah,
not do that for sure.
no,
For
don't pick a
sure.
fight, man. I mean, it's I mean, you see, this is you see how much evidence I had, right? And you see how adamant I was about getting the Shura Council and Allahu Akbar. It happened just like I planned it. And but you see that it was an ongoing process of, you know what? How can you allow someone to just uh, do such a grave injustice and oppression against you and just let it go? Now, there's some people who would, and but as a Muslim, we don't have to do that. And when you include my son in the situation, and then try to implicate my ex-wife as well, and so forth, and we're all plotting and planning to scam
Yeah,
people out of money through this GoFundMe. It's that's offensive to say the least,
so
obviously.
offensive.
And you picked the battle with the wrong one. So I came with an arsenal of evidence, Allahu Akbar. And what did he come? What did he come with?
A
What did it?
screenshot,
What did he produce? Yeah,
fabricated screenshot.
yeah. And it got dissolved easily. And yeah, Alhamdulillah, it's certainly something that I'm going to talk about extensively in my next book. One of the books I'm writing right now. Everything's a test. Can't
Mhm.
not include this because it's such a it's been a difficult period. Just being accused of something that you didn't do is there's men in prison right now because of these types of accusations, and women for that matter.
Yeah, it
Being
really, really hurt. It's another level of insult, injury on top of insult, insult on top of injury, when you when it's involving your family, especially your kids.
Yeah,
That is just something
you can tell
something else.
you can
That
tell
is,
another man that another man's son, that his dad is a bad influence on him.
that's not,
But you don't
you
even
know,
have kids. You don't have a wife and
I
two
know.
children.
It
You don't
just
have a child. So what kind of man are you? And you're trying to uh, question another man and his influence on his son, and you don't even have children. It's so. All right, Sister Katerina, I got to get out of here. I've talked about this enough today, and
yes, me
but I
too.
thank you. Listen, may Allah bless you for defending me. You've been my uh, greatest supporter, to be honest, and you and Mika, obviously, but you've been from the online community. You've been my greatest supporter, and matter of fact, when there's been Muslim brothers there with me as well, but I think you were at the front of the line as far as uh, trying to defend me and so forth. And I know you were, so I appreciate it. And may Allah bless you, and may it be a means for you to walk into paradise by trying to defend someone who's been obviously oppressed and injustice been enacted against them. That's commendable for you to try to defend me and defending me indeed. So may Allah bless you. And also Mindy, I want to say that mention about Mindy as well. She was a pretty powerful
She sure
defender
was.
as well. So I appreciate her taking the time to make that video and so forth. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala leads her to Islam at some
I
point
mean,
through our friendships, through our doing the dawah, and trying to do our best to demonstrate Islam to her despite our own failures and weaknesses and mistakes and so forth.
I mean,
So, and thank everyone in the chat, everyone that's been supportive the whole time. I truly appreciate it, and let it all be a learning experience for all of us. You've actually seen tonight, if you've watched the Shura Council, you've actually seen
Mhm.
Islam being used in a practical application,
Yep.
just exactly the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has described it for us to do. And the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and we did what we're supposed to do. And that's what I, set out to achieve. And may Allah bless Brother Abu Yazid for initially suggesting it. And when he said that, I was like, you know what, that's the way to deal with it Islamically. So let's do it.
Mhm.
Let's
Mhm.
make it happen and use it as a form of dawah to the Muslims and the non-Muslims alike, and let it be something that we learn from independently as individuals. So, and thank you, Sister Salma and Riley and Itch JVCJ. Well, I'm not Itch. I don't know. Assalamu alaikum to you as well. Thank you for everyone out there. If I don't see your name, but just know that I certainly appreciate it. And make sure you show Sister Katarina some support on this channel and follow all of us on each of the Consider This TV network channels, inshallah. And I do bear witness there's no God other than Allah. And I bear witness that Muhammad is his final servant and the seal of all prophets. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Sister Katarina, thank you very much.
Just like